I think onboarding an employee the right way is very important, obviously, for setting, for making a good first impression and setting them off in the right direction. And it's easy to forget how important it is because you're busy and doing your job, and a person shows up for work, and if you don't have everything laid out for them, then they kind of get lost in their first day is a difficult one. First days are always very stressful anyway, starting a new job. And if you remember back, people will remember back to how their first day was, and they can appreciate how important it is to make that orientation day or the onboarding experience a positive one. So just some basic tips would be to, first of all, ahead of time, let them know where to show up, when to show up, who to report to, and whoever it is they're reporting to, let's make sure they're not in a meeting for an hour. So they're sitting there awkwardly in the lobby waiting. That's happened so many times. So it's important that they know where to go, what supervisor to report to. If supervisor comes out and greets them, depending on their role, it's great if they're in an office, have their desk set up for them, have their name tag already done, have their email already set up, have their business cards created for them ahead of time. That means a lot, because normally they say, oh yeah, well, hold on a minute, let me call IT, let me get your email set up, let me get, and then they waste an entire day, they're getting interruptions, and they just sit there waiting for, to be set up. So just having all those things set up and ready for them ahead of time is super important. Now, if we're talking about a light industrial type role, giving them in those kinds of roles where they're learning a new warehouse job or learning a manufacturing job, super important. If the supervisor doesn't have time to mentor them the whole day, that at least they get set up with an experienced employee who's going to sit there next to them, coach them, show them how to do things, let them watch their work, and just introduce them to coworkers so they feel welcome. The sooner they find a friend at work, the sooner they're going to feel at home, the more likely they are to be retained, because if you have a friend at work, they're not going to leave. Those little things are important. Just treating them like a human being and getting them oriented. It's also important that whoever's going to train them is actually a good communicator, because sometimes your best performer is a terrible trainer, because they say, here, watch me. And they're doing their job really fast and click here and whatever, or they're just doing the job in the warehouse and he do this, watch me, and the person just doesn't learn a thing. All they're doing is watching a really super efficient, fast, good worker do their job, and at the end of the day, they have no idea how to do it. So it's not always your best worker that's a good mentor and coach. It's the worker who actually will stop, listen, let them practice. Here, let me show you, now you do it. That's a good trainer. And that's true whether it's a warehouse job or it's a more professional job. It's amazing how many great performers are terrible trainers. Those are my basic points of advice for good onboarding, good first day.